Alright, hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another late night stream. As you can see in the top right corner, we got a double rep because we literally just spun the elite daily reward wheel just a couple minutes ago, and we just so happened to get double rep, and I'm like, okay, time to turn on the camera, time to start streaming everything. And it's so weird as well, because I cannot say how many times we have done the daily reward and everything, and I would say like we've gotten it like once the first few months the game's been out. Like we got it like maybe once, but nowadays we got it a couple times recently. Like we just got it now. We got it like a week or two ago when we were going for the starter 4 grind and everything. Like we got it like last week. So it's honestly crazy that like, has our luck changed? Has 2K artificially changed something where they increase your chance, increase the success rate of getting a double rep reward? At least in mine, it seems like it. But I guess before we hop into the random rec game, since no one's on everything, so that's great. What I think we're going to do is, I don't think we actually dived into the animations. And what I mean by that is, I don't think we actually went through the animations you get, because on starter 4 you can see we got unlock a large collection of animations, and I don't think we ever did a stream. I don't think we ever went through, whether on stream or off camera, I don't think we ever went through and saw what exactly we get. Now obviously we are on our interior center right now, right? So I don't know how many animations we can get, so let's just see. Let's see, anything new? If I'm not mistaken, the Kyrie is different. I don't remember getting Kyrie. I don't remember seeing Kyrie. Right? Kyrie's definitely new. Like, I would remember seeing Kyrie. So, okay, so Kyrie's new. Kawhi, that's new. Okay. Tyrese Maxey, that's also new. I'm sure that has to be good. I wonder if any dunk styles are new. Anthony Edwards, Kevin Huerter, LeBron, Jordan, Sabonis, Ben Simmons. All that seems pretty normal. I'm not gonna bother with like, oh, there's a new motion style, because there's literally a billion of them. So I don't know what's new, what's not. But if you're able to figure out which one of these new motion styles you get for starter 4, I guess more power to you, because I don't know what's different. I think it's also difficult as well, going through the new animations, seeing what's different, what's always been there, because you have to remember there's also animations that get added per season. Like right now we're in season 6, so stuff could be new from getting hit starter 4, but it also could be new from just the new season. So that is also a thing. I doubt we have any playmaking on what our 25 ball handle. No, Donovan Mitchell's not new. I was like, wait, is Donovan Mitchell new? I don't think so. Okay. Hopefully that was worth it. I don't know. So yeah, I guess that's actually us diving through these starter 4 animations. All right. Now let's hop into random rec and play. I'm sure it's way more in-depth for our other builds, like, for instance, our Anthony Davis, our Wemby, our Ben Wallace, our Chet Bill. Like, I'm sure there's way more animations out there that are at our disposal. Hell, even our 99 guard, 99 3-point, 99 mid-range build, right? I'm sure there's a ton more animations that we just can't get because, well, as far as the animations go, the best we get is the passing. And, well, I already get all the best passing animations in the game just because, well, I have a 9 on pass accuracy. So, as far as like, oh, this pass style you unlock at starter 4, like Kyrie, like, okay, cool. But it doesn't seem like people bring up that Kyrie is the best pass style in the game and everything. It seems pretty universal how the best 3 is Tyrese Halliburton, LeBron, Mike Conley, right? Those seem to be the 3 most favorite, the best ones. And I would say on every single center build, when it comes to Chet, Wemby, all of them, I have Tyrese Halliburton. But this one, I'm running LeBron just to be different, just because I want to have some pass style that's different. I don't want to have the same pass style in every single build, which I don't know if that makes sense considering every single big man build has rebound and passing, but I don't know. I kind of want to switch it up and just not have the same pass style for everyone, so I want to be different sometimes. All right, let us play. I don't know. Does that make sense? When it comes to builds, I want to have different passing animations. I don't want to have the same animation over and over again. I want to be different. I want to try out different pass styles, being like, okay, this one is also really good. Like, Tyrese Halliburton may be the one we default to for all our builds, and it's reliable, sure, but hey, LeBron is also pretty good. Or John Moran is pretty good. Or Kyrie, the animation we got Star 4, that's also pretty decent, pretty usable, right? Like, let me try different pass styles and see a collection of what works. To me, I don't see a problem with that. That's the reason why we have a 9 on pass accuracy, to give us the freedom to see what works and what doesn't. Come on, I should have had that rebound. All right. So since it's a random rec late night stream and everything, I guess time to find something to talk about since no one's here. So what to talk about? Man, I didn't feel like I was in the paint that much. I feel like I was on the block by the time I got the ball, but okay, whatever. I was there. Come on. I was jumping for the block, so I was opposition, of course. No one wanted to help me. You're open to shoot it. Thank you. Right? Like, come on. Of course no one wants to help me. Right? Of course I'm opposition because I was going for the contest. Because he was open. I don't know where the power forward is. Thank you. W. Also, I should be in party chat. Yes, I am. Good. Okay. I always worry about that when it comes to 2K because I don't want to be in game chat. I don't want to hear people in game chat. Right? That's just something I want to completely avoid. Hey! Oh man, that would have been so cool. Save it. Ah, damn it. Oh my god. That was wild. I literally got like 5 rebounds in that one play. That was a crazy back to Papa moment. I don't even know what just happened there. Man, I feel like I just robbed the clip. That would have been a clip, a highlight worthy moment if I had just scored. If I had scored, that would have been a highlight moment. But the fact that I didn't ruined everything. Damn it. So I don't know what happened there. I did not expect to get back to Papa. And then I don't know how I missed all those shots because there was literally no one there. But okay. But I make that one. I make that stand and dunk, especially with force, with authority. But I don't get a simple layup under the basket when no one is there. Okay, 2K, I guess. Bucket. But it's crazy, I already have 7 rebounds in the first minute. And I'll have to go back and rewatch. How many rebounds did I get in that one possession alone? It had to have been 5. Right? I had to have gotten like 5 rebounds in that one possession. Shoot it. Thank you. Thank you. I was like, please let me go up with that stand dunk because he is out of position. But I never know with 2K sometimes. 2K, you want to do something, you pull it, purposely plan it, and it doesn't work out because 2K is still a game full of RNG. It literally is a lottery system, and that is what makes it very, very annoying. But yeah, getting back on the topic and everything, yeah, I try to avoid 2K when it comes to game chat as much as possible. Even with friends, I don't go in game chat just because it's just annoying. But like when I'm by myself and everything, I just want to make sure I'm in party chat because I just want to talk to people on stream and everything and be chill and have a good time and everything. And game chat's just something I don't want to worry about or deal with. 2K is annoying. The 2K community as a whole is stupid and annoying, and it's full of stupid people, right? Like, let's just be honest. 2K, you could make the argument it's the most toxic community out there, and it's not even close. And it's also self-inflicted wounds of how it's toxic. So it's just like, you know what? Just to avoid all that, just to avoid all that negativity, just to avoid all the toxicity, I just don't want to deal with it. It takes one button just to be in party chat just to avoid it. I'm gonna do it. It's something that I just want to avoid at all costs. Like, I don't think it is a stretch to say 2K is one of the most ego-driven and toxic games out there where every single person has the, you know, my game, my career, my game is what matters, and everyone else gets put on the back burner. Meanwhile, me, I don't care about that stuff. I don't care whether I get 5 shots or 50 shots. That's literally why I bring this build to the random rec, because I am there to get rebounds and assists, and if I'm able to score on the occasion as well, then great. But my main job is to get rebounds and assists, and I do that job. So I don't need the ball to score. I don't need to score. I'm probably content with not scoring. As long as I get rebounds, then I'm doing my job. I'm happy. I'm putting up a good game. Oh, come on, you had me on the backdoor cut. All right. Is that our teammate? Probably. When the game's able to stop for a second, I will check to see if that was our teammate. No, it wasn't. It was a small forward. Interesting. Okay. You were open. Why'd you take a step in? Just shoot it when off the catch. Okay. That's fine. Like, you were open off the catch. I don't know why you didn't just shoot off the catch for everything when you're open, when you had my Legend Dimer boost. You take a step in, just made it difficult on yourself. But okay. Don't take the easy assist, I guess? I don't know. So, what else to talk about? Aw, man, I blinked. Damn it. I blinked mid-shot. But I guess I could talk about the Minecraft movie. The absolute peak cinema that is the Minecraft movie. The next Jaws, the next Citizen Kane, the next original Star Wars, Avengers Endgame, all in one and everything. The absolute peak cinema that is a Minecraft movie. I guess another like conversation that can break out of the Minecraft movie, you know, talk about everything, is the whole chicken jockey controversy, I guess, when it comes to having the cops calling you and everything. Well, first of all, when it came to my experience of watching the Minecraft movie and everything, I unfortunately, or is it fortunately? I don't even know anymore. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know if it's unfortunate or am I fortunate, am I one of the lucky ones? That when it came to my Minecraft movie experience, we did not have any of the social media trending TikTok videos out there where, you know, people are jumping up and screaming and throwing their popcorn and everything when Chicken Jockey happened and everything. Or, you know, people were, you know, saying, hey, he said the thing, when like it was Jack Black saying flint and steel or a crafting table or anything like that. Unfortunately, it was a pretty dead experience. It was pretty quiet, pretty tame. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I legitimately don't know if I got lucky or I was robbed of peak entertainment. That my movie experience when it comes to the Minecraft movie was very quiet, very tame. Nothing happened. I would say it was the experience of like any other normal movie where you go in the movie plays, it's pretty much quiet and tame throughout the whole thing, and then you get up and leave and the movie's over. Like, pretty underwhelming experience, I would add. So unfortunately, I cannot speak on the whole chicken jockey controversy from personal experience because I unfortunately don't know what that's like. I tried. I thought going to a movie theater and everything, especially one that it was pretty decently packed, right? It was a near solid crowd and everything. I thought, you know, maybe I would have some similar experience that I can talk about and everything from personal experience, but alas, I do not. I unfortunately do not know what it's like. But my main argument is, you know, me personally, I'm how do I put this? To me, the world is not that black and white, and I'm in the gray area when it comes to the whole Minecraft chicken jockey, right, stuff. Like, I'm in the gray area. I don't think the world is that black and white where it's like, no, this is good, support this. Or, no, this is bad and you need to have the cops calling you. I think both sides are right and wrong, right? I don't think the world is that black and white. Not to get very, like, you know, above that political or anything like that, but That's not what I mean at all. Like, I don't think the world is that black and white. And it's, on one hand, I don't see a problem with the whole, you know, popcorn throwing, chicken jockey, internet stuff. Like, I don't see a problem with that on one hand. And the reason why I don't see a problem with it is, like, you know, let's just be honest, right? Let's just be honest here, right? You know me, I'm someone who keeps it real. I'm someone who just says their opinions. I say stuff as they are. I keep it real. I'm not paid off by anyone. I just say my genuine opinions, right? And that's just it. And let's just be honest here. Like, the movie theater industry as a whole is dying. It's dying, and it honestly is going the same way as like the newspaper, for instance, where nobody reads newspapers anymore. Nobody goes to the movie theaters anymore, right? Like, people get their news through social media now, so the newspaper is dead, right? The print newspaper is dead. Same thing with movie theaters. Like, they are also dead because everything is now resorting to streaming, right? Like, every movie out there releases in the movie theaters, but also on streaming the same day. Or there's a handful of big budget movies out there that release exclusively on streaming, right? Like, for instance, the FNAF movie, was released in the movie theater and on streaming on Peacock on the same day. Now, me personally, I saw the movie in the movie theater mainly because I'm a fan, and I've been waiting on the FNAF movie to come out for over a decade. So I'm like, I need to see this in a theater because I've been waiting for a decade for this to come out. But like, if I wasn't a fan of FNAF, if I didn't care about the FNAF movie, the lore, timeline, anything, right? If I just wanted to watch like an indie horror game for the Halloween spooky season, and I didn't really care, I didn't really was invested in that or anything, then I would just watch on streaming, right? And the whole point of what I'm trying to make is like the movie theater industry as a whole is dying, everything going to streaming. The reason why I bring that up is, you know, to me, I don't see a problem with, you know, people doing the chicken jockey, like internet meme stuff for fun, because movie theaters are a place for entertainment for people to have fun. So in that, I don't see a problem with it. And considering movie theaters are dying and no one's going to movies anymore the last, you know, few years, especially, you know, post-COVID, you saw like thousands of movie theaters close all around the world and everything because of COVID, because of the pandemic, right? So I would argue, like, any reason, any excuse to get people to go to the movies and everything, I don't see a problem with it, right? Like, I don't see a problem with it because, you know, getting people to show up to the movie theaters is better than nobody showing up to movie theaters, right? Like, at least people are showing up. And when it comes to like popcorn prices and everything, they are also way more expensive because, once again, the movie theater industry is dying. And if that's how people want to spend their money, right? People want to buy more expensive popcorn and waste it for an internet joke. If that's what they want to do with their money and everything, then, you know, who am I to stop them, you know? So that's one side of the argument. And another side of the argument of why, like, I support it, kind of, I don't want to say like I condone it, but like I don't see a problem with it. I'm not as, you know, butthurt or triggered as, you know, everyone else in the world is about it, which, I don't know, I feel just weird about it, of how I'm not as offended or triggered as everyone else in the world about this. But another thing I bring up is, you know, let's just be honest here. Like, this is not some new thing. Like, the Minecraft movie did not create this internet trend, this internet thing where, you know, people show up in waves to this movie and, you know, throw popcorn and throw stuff and, you know, shine their cameras, shine their phones to record something and are jumping up and down and everything. Like, the Minecraft movie did not create this trend, so I don't know why the movie's getting all this negative attention and backlash when they didn't create the trend, right? This is a trend that has been around for decades. Okay, but maybe not decades, but you get what I mean though. Like, this is a thing that's been around forever. And, you know, the movie that like everyone goes to as, you know, the counter argument, so I'm gonna sound like I'm copying everyone else, but it's kind of true, is Endgame, right? Like, let's just be honest here for a second. We all were in a sold out movie theater in Avengers Endgame, and we all were recording the screen, we all were going crazy, we all were throwing our popcorn and everything, and jumping up and cheering everything. Like, people were doing that. Let's just be honest for a second. When Cap wielded Mjolnir, right? And or when the heroes came back and everything, when Hulk used the Infinity Gauntlet and snapped his fingers, like, let's just be honest here. Those are moments that everyone recorded and everyone was, you know, jumping up and cheering and going crazy and everything. And no one had a problem with it. No one had a problem with it. No one was complaining that you were ruining people's experience. No one was concerned about, you know, oh, I worry so much about the movie theater employees of having to clean up this mess or whatever. Like, those conversations were not happening. So I don't know why when it comes to the Minecraft movie, they're now all negative, where it's like, oh, you're disrupting people's experience. Oh, think about the movie theater employees who have to clean this stuff up and everything. It's like, you weren't saying that stuff during Endgame, so why is it a problem now, right? Either it was a problem during Endgame, right? Either it was a problem during Endgame, which it wasn't, by the way, right? As someone who, you know, watched like compilations on compilations of people's reactions to Endgame when Cap wielded Mjolnir and everything, I can tell you, those complaints were not happening. All the reactions were very, very, very positive. The reception was very positive. There was nothing negative about it. So if it was positive and it was fine and accepted during Endgame, don't have a problem with it when it comes to, you know, the Minecraft movie. Just because the Minecraft movie is not as like popular as Endgame, for instance, right? Like, it was okay for that movie years ago. It's okay for this movie now, right? Like, I'm just saying. Like, it can't just be the same where it's like, the rule conveniently is a problem for this movie, right? It's fine for Endgame, but for like this movie, oh no, it's a problem. Worry about people's experience. Worry about the movie theater employees, where it's like, you were not concerned about those things with Endgame and, you know, other movies as well, right? You were not concerned with it, so don't be concerned about it now. Because to me, that makes your opinion, your argument shallow, because it's only convenient, right? Your argument's only convenient when you get to pick and choose when those criticisms are valid. And to me, no, I don't think that's how the world works, right? You don't get to pick and choose when something warrants criticism and when something warrants praise. And the reality is, the same stuff was happening during Endgame, and it was nothing but praise. But for some reason, now that it's Minecraft, it's all this criticism and people getting arrested, right? So that's all I'm saying. Now, I will say though, like, you know, if you are in a packed theater and you're the only person doing and disrupting people's experience, then yeah, I have a problem with that. I think you're doing too much. I can definitely see the point that you're disrupting people's experience. Like, yes, that is valid, right? Like, if it's one person doing it, like, okay, I can see that's a problem. That is you being a nuisance, you being a problem. Like, that's fine, right? But like, if the entire movie theater is in on it, is in on the joke, then I don't see a problem with it because everyone seems to accept it in the moment in the theater and everything. That doesn't seem to have a problem with it because everyone is in on it. Like, I don't see a problem. I don't see how that's a problem if everyone in the theater is in on the joke. I don't know. I don't know, maybe it just doesn't take much to entertain me and everything, but, you know, hypothetically, if I was in the Minecraft movie and, you know, there was a reaction of people doing chicken jockey and everything, would I have had fun? Yeah, I think so. I think it would have been fun. I think it would have been funny. I would not have been complaining to people, complaining to the manager, complaining to the employees, calling the cops on people. I wouldn't have done any of that stuff. I would have just been like, this is fun. Like, I don't see a problem with it. I'm in on it. Sure, this is fun. I don't see a problem with it. No one's getting hurt, so I don't see a problem with it. Right? As long as no one is getting hurt, then I don't see a problem with it. That's just me. As long as no one's getting hurt, then that's fine. You know, that's okay. Brother. That's crazy. How did I get the over the back foul? Okay. An over the back foul? And over the back? Okay. Well, that's stupid that we got it over the back. I don't know how. But all right. Well, hey, we finished with 26 rebounds, which about as much as the entire team. Bucket. Oh, imagine if we made that with a 25-3. That would have been crazy. Shout out to him, he played well. Right. I will acknowledge when the opponent plays well. I'll acknowledge it. I'll give them their props. %. W. But yeah, I don't see a problem with, you know, people doing chicken jockey stuff and internet jokes and everything in the Minecraft movie because it's for entertainment. As long as no one gets hurt, then what's the downside? What's the issue? As long as no one gets hurt, then cool. Right? If that makes you happy, as long as no one gets hurt, then there's no problem with it. What is the group chat on about? Alright, let's hop into another game. Because I doubt anyone's on, yeah. But yeah, that's how I'm going to close on the whole like Minecraft stuff and everything, where it's like, I see no problem with it. If people want to like get in on the internet joke and everything, as long as no one gets hurt, then I see no problem with it, right? As long as no one gets hurt, cool, right? That's fine. That's fine with me. As long as no one gets hurt. Now, if people get hurt And or if you're the only person doing it, then yeah, that's where I no longer condone that. I'm no longer supporting everything. But yeah, if everyone in the movie theater is in on the joke and everything and no one gets hurt, then cool. And honestly, maybe the compromise is you have, since like most movie theaters out there have like multiple screenings of the same movie different times and everything, maybe you have like sometimes or some movie theater space and everything where it's like, hey, this is a space where, you know, you can't record, can't do chicken jockey, can't do any like chaos or anything like that. Like the people who actually want to see the movie for the movie. I don't know why you would want to do that. I don't know why you want to look critically at a Minecraft movie, but you know what? If you're in that crowd, hey, here's a space for you. And then you have, hey, this is a space where if you want to do chicken jockey, you know, do chaos and everything, here's a dedicated space for you, so then you are not bothering the people who actually want to watch the movie for the movie, right? I see that as a compromise where both people win. Both people who want to see the movie for the movie get to enjoy it without getting disrupted. I think, you know, if you want to see the movie disrupted, you would also watch at home on streaming, especially since that's cheaper. But you know what? You could also do that. And then people who want to record and want to, you know, do internet stuff and everything for jokes, well, now they have a dedicated space for it. So now everyone wins, right? To me, that's a compromise. Because I don't know, man. Like, to me, I think the Minecraft movie is a movie that does benefit if people are in on the internet joke and everything and having fun. Because it's not a well-made movie. Like, let's just be honest. It's not a well-made movie or anything like that. So I feel like the only way you are able to enjoy it is in a packed theater or with friends or something like that. And you poke fun and everything, right? Like, I think that's how you can enjoy the movie and everything. You're not going to enjoy the movie for, like, it's, you know, artistry or anything like that. Like, no, there is no artistry in this. It's very shallow and hollow, which is very weird to say about a Minecraft movie, how it's very shallow and hollow, but it is. I think the internet jokes and memes, everything, is quite literally the only thing that makes the movie watchable. So if you're in a packed theater and that stuff is happening, then to me, I think that only enhances the enjoyment of the movie. But you know what? That's just me. Maybe I'm just very easy to entertain, which also could be true. Right? I mean, I love FNAF and Doki Doki Literature Club for crying out loud, so maybe it doesn't take much to entertain me, right? So maybe not. Maybe I'm not the right person to ask of what's entertainment or how to be entertained or not, right? Maybe I'm not the right person to ask. Well, I was kind of screwed there because I got the ball with 2 seconds left, so I had to put up a shot. So thanks, team. I don't know why my guy hesitated. I was really wanting to go up with them immediately, but for some reason my guy hesitated. So thanks, 2K. I don't know if that was lag or what. But I want to go up with him immediately because I saw the shot, he was open, he was out of position, but for some reason, my guy hesitated. So thanks, 2K. What a phenomenal, well-made game. sorry, I think that's it on the whole Minecraft movie talk and everything. So, yeah. My overall review, I don't feel like I have much to review because there's not much to say and everything. The whole internet jokes and memes, everything is what keeps the movie enjoyable and live and everything. And if those memes weren't happening, I feel like no one would care. No one would be seeing this movie at all. The fact there are memes and everything out there just makes the movie enjoyable, right? That's my review. The memes and jokes is what makes the movie watchable, right? I wasn't caring attention to story or anything like that. I was just waiting for, the memes to come out, like, chicken jockey, the nether, flint and steel, a crafting table. First we mine, then we craft, then we, let's Minecraft. Like, I was just waiting for those jokes to show up in the movie. That was my experience. Also, favorite character of the movie, by far it's not even a question. And it's a movie that no one would know because if I'm not mistaken, they weren't even in any of the trailers. But my favorite character by far, they don't have any dialogue or any lines or anything. And they're literally on screen for like 2 seconds. But god damn it, I love those 2 seconds. They were my favorite 2 seconds of the entire movie. Is in like the beginning portion of the movie and everything when all the cast is in the village. There's a white llama who was just eating. And then, the village gets attacked through bow and arrows and everything. And the llama gets shot with a bow and arrow, notices it got shot, and this goes back to eating like nothing happened. To me, that's my favorite character by a long shot because I feel like that's just me incarnated. Because just chilling, just vibing. Like all this bad stuff could be happening all around you, but hey, doesn't stop them from being positive and trying to have positivity. And I feel like that's me in a nutshell. So yeah, the white llama character is me in a nutshell. My favorite character by far is all this stuff could be happening around you and you're totally unfazed. All they want is just positivity. Right, starting with positivity when all this stuff could be happening around you. Like, he just like me for real. Quite literally, favorite character by far. If you've seen the movie, you know. Right? Like, I may have 2 points, 8 rebounds, and shooting 1 for 5. Right? Like, I may be doing all that. But you know what? I'm still trying to maintain positivity. I'm still trying to have fun and everything because I'm streaming, talking about the Minecraft movie, talking about my favorite character, the white llama and everything who's just vibing, right? Like, I'm not trying to deal with the negativity. Like, I'm trying to stay positive despite all this stuff happening, right? I'm trying to maintain positivity. So, the llama is just me in a nutshell. Where yeah, 2K can present you a lot of weird stuff that's like, did that really happen? Okay, but hey, at the end of the day, still want to maintain positivity. Right? That's what it's all about. That's what we're all about. It's just maintain positivity. Negative stuff could be happening, but it's all good. Also noted that the shooting guard is an AI, so got it. Oh man, absolute no one is back. We're not even attempting to play defense. So once again, Try to maintain positivity. Hey, bucket, let's go. See? Look what happens when you try and maintain positivity. He's just pulling everything. He just doesn't care about the time, the shot clock. If anyone's open or anything, they will just pull it without hesitation. And who is the one that's shooting? I think it's the point guard, right? Is the point guard that's shooting all like the, half-court threes with no hesitation? It has to be him, because shooting 0 for 7. It has to be the point guard that's shooting all these, right? That would only make sense. It has to be the point guard that's shooting all these like half-court threes with no hesitation. If so, all right. I guess I'll trust the small forward then, because they're not doing that. Or maybe not the point guard. I'm just assuming it's the point guard because they shot the most threes and they haven't made any. So I'm going to assume that's the person who's shooting all the half court. Right? I'm just going to assume it's him. I'm leading the team in points. And I already have 12 rebounds compared to their 11. So yeah, once again, maintain positivity. And my guy has 9 points, so I have 6, he has 9. So I'm doing my job respectfully. Okay. No small forward. Okay. Oh God, it's like a 4-on-1. Somehow, we stop the fast break. Somehow. And he's open. Bucket. Oh, come on, 2K. Come on. Like, how do I miss that? Are you serious? All right, 2K. I don't know how I missed that one. I was literally right under the basket and no one was there, but okay. That's fine. See, I don't know. When it comes to 2K, the interior defense, I'm going to say this time and time again, and I'm really going to dive really in depth when I eventually put together my 2K26 wish list and everything like I do yearly. I've done them ever since 2K20, right? When I do my yearly wish list and everything. Yeah, interior defense is something that needs to be fixed. To me, it's one of the top priorities, and I say this all the time, so I'm going to be repeating myself. But I quite literally do not know the limits of what is possible, what's a good shot, and what's a contested shot, right? It is so confusing because I don't know. Take this as someone who only exclusively, okay? Take this as someone who exclusively makes center builds, and especially someone like this who plays exclusively interior. I do not know what is considered an open shot and what is, right? It's so confusing. right? It's so confusing what's a shot, what's an open shot and what's a covered shot. Because it literally, you'll be like, oh, that's an open shot, even though my hand was up and everything, I jumped at them. But then you'll have a time where they're standing still, you know, doing the mannequin challenge, but that's considered contested, and you miss, right? It's so confusing of what's an open shot and what's a contested shot. And I've said this, you know, time and time again, but it's so frustrating for when it comes to interior defense. All you have to do is just stand there, and that is enough to make you miss a shot. That is considered a contest. Is someone is to stand next to you, which that's not realistic at all. You shouldn't just have to stand next to someone and that is enough to make you miss. Like, no, that's open. If you don't put your hand up, contest or anything, you just stand still. That's considered open. But unfortunately, in 2K's logic, because someone's standing next to you, that's considered covered, even though they weren't doing anything. Right? They weren't doing anything. Like, that makes sense. So yeah, it's so confusing. So I know I say this time and time again, and I do, and I will acknowledge, I say this complaint nonstop. But it's true though, like, it's so confusing of, you'll have these shots that are like, oh, considered open, but like, oh, those shouldn't go in, they look like they were contested. But then you'll have other times where someone is standing next to you, standing still, not doing anything, but you go up the shot and it's a miss because it was a contest, when all someone was doing was literally standing next to you, but apparently that's enough to make you miss the shot. So that's something that 2K needs to fix when it comes to 2K26, is fix the contest system, because it's so confusing of what's considered an open shot and what's considered a contest. To me, my logic is, and always will be, unless someone is putting their hands up or contesting it, it's an open shot, right? Unless someone is putting their hands up or jumping, it's an open shot, right? You have to actually contest or do something to make them miss or contest the shot. But if you're just standing still, it's open, right? For some reason, because they do that in the perimeter, right? You just stand next to someone on the perimeter is not considered a contest. It's considered an open shot. But for some reason, in the interior, it's the opposite, right? They got on the perimeter where you just stand next to someone, that's not considered contest, that's considered an open shot if you just stand next to someone. But for some in the interior, the logic is not the same. It's very weird. And it's very annoying. So hopefully 2K26 does that. That's my hope. Come on, how do we not have the bonus? Seriously, how do we not have the bonus? Of course, you don't want to give it to me. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Are we the ones calling a timeout? Why? Why did we call a timeout? We had the fast break and we're down by 40 going to the final quarter. Why did we call a timeout? We just ruined a fast break opportunity to call a timeout when we're down by 40 going to the final quarter. Why did we do that? I don't know. I don't know why we ruined the fast break opportunity to call a timeout when we're in the final quarter. We're down by 40. I messaged my opponent GG because, yeah, indeed, GG. Right? It is indeed very GG. Because at this point, I don't know what to do. Like, we're not going to win. We're down by 40 going the final quarter. We shot 12 of 41. Someone do the math. But is that like what, like 30% or something? Hold up. Let me quickly do it. Yeah, it's 29%. We're shooting 29%, and now we're in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, no chance we win this game, right? No chance we win a game when we shoot 29% from the field. And look, I know I'm saying that when I shot 30%. I know that, but first of all, technically, I shot higher than our team as a whole, number one. And two, you have the point guard who shot 0 for 8 from 3 because every single 3 they want to take was a half-court shot. So technically, I wasn't the one who tanked our field goal percentage. It was really the point guard who wanted to shoot all the half-court threes for some reason and went 0 for 8. I'm not saying I helped our cause, but it wasn't just solely on me. And hey, at least I got rebounds and everything, so at least I did something else to contribute to the team. The point guard, meanwhile, did nothing. Nothing else besides shoot. So I said GG because I'm like, yeah, we have no chance. Man, that should have been mine. That should have been my board. I want 20. Right, I want 20 boards. Like, let me get something positive from this game. Right, I want something positive. I don't know how he did. I'm just being so honest. I don't know how he didn't get a 3-second in the paint call because he was currently in the paint the entire time. I don't know how. I don't know how. I feel like I get 3-second in the paint calls more times for doing less than that. Like, if I'm being honest, that was a time where a 3-second in the paint call should have been called. But I get it for doing way less. All right, 2K. I see we do a little bit of favoritism here. No, it's cool. That's fine. Hey, let's go. One more rebound at 20. All right, can we get 20 rebounds in 2 minutes? Now, unless we keep fouling, then we definitely won't get 20. Hey, let's go. All right, well, my goal's complete. I got 20 boards. I am happy. That is a crazy air one. I thought the foul was on him for like an offensive like charging foul or something. But all right, I respect it. Of course, the point guard can't make anything. Even when I pass the ball and he's wide open with Legend Diamond and everything, he still cannot hit anything. 0 for 9. Now my question is, 0 for 9 everything, that most recent shot and everything. My question is, were they trying to hit that shot from me? Or did they just like purposely not time it because, we're down by 40, so who cares? Right? Like, we're down by 40, so who cares? We're going to lose anyway. Or do they try to make it? Because they had no excuses. They were wide open, and I have Legend Dimer and all these Legend passing badges. So they had no excuses for us. Like, oh, I didn't have a bunch of passing boosts. Like, no, you had literally every single boost in the world. It could not have gotten easier for you. And you still claimed it. Okay. Thanks, 2K. Because for some reason, being NBA player with 9 in pass accuracy, I can't throw it to a wide open teammate on the fast break. It goes over their head. I thought we fixed that problem in 2K24, and that's why I hated Tyrese Halliburton pass style so much. Is because I had that issue nonstop. Right? I literally avoided using the Halliburton pass style because that was the common issue. Right? Everyone else loved the Halliburton pass style. I purposely avoid because I don't know if I was cursed, but anytime I used it, every single pass would go over their head. So I'm like, you know what? I'm using something else. I'm abandoning Halliburton. Goddamn, 20 of 52. And the thing is, they went 29 of 46, so technically, they only made 9 more shots, right? They only made 9 more shots than us. So, they didn't really dominate field goal wise, right? They didn't really, right? They only shot, 10 more times than us. But we shot 4 of 23 from 3. And the point guard shot 0 of 9. So, cook. Okay, I got a little bit of rep, so thanks. I guarantee you all the rep I got was solely because of the rebounds. It wasn't for the points, I can promise you that much. All right, let's get out of that lobby. All right, do I got one more? Do I got one more in me? Double rep. I technically got one more game in me. To hit 12%. But then again, it doesn't matter though. Right, here's the dilemma now. We had starter 4. Unfortunately, I did not get the animation of hitting starter 4 because we hit it while we were in the historic severe weather event. So I got the rep boost off screen, everything. So that's nice. I just randomly booted up 2K and everything. Oh, I got starter 4. Thanks. But here's the thing, right? We are 12% to starter 5. And we're currently in the middle of April. So that means we have the rest of April, May, June, July, August. That's it. 5 months. Because once September, I don't know what day it is, But let's just go down the September calendar. If I had to guess, 2K is releasing on September 5th. I say air quotes and everything because it always is like a midnight release and everything, even though this year was like a 7 a.m. release. But 2K always releases on the first Friday of September each year and everything. So that would mean September 5th is most likely when 2K26 is dropping. I bring that up because April, May, June, July, August. So 5 months. The realistic question is, in that 5-month period, do we hit Starter 5? Do we hit Starter 5 in that 5-month period? And honestly, I don't know. I feel like going into it, we accepted that Starter 4 is probably going to be our last rep-up level and everything. And we probably will have some progress on Starter 5. But then August will roll around and we're like, all right, well, we're not playing 2K anymore because now we're just waiting on 2K26, getting all this news and everything. Because, I mean, honestly, we probably will not be playing 2K25 much through the month of August because it's just waiting to, all right, 2K26, pre-order it. All right, we're getting all this news and everything, all these sports reports, right? And maybe taking, playing 2K25 here and there and everything. But really, it's just playing 2K25 as a last, hoorah before, all right, now it's 2K26, right, kind of thing. So it's one of those things where it's like, will we hit Starter 5? Will we hit Starter 5 when realistically it's taken us several months to hit like Starter 1, Starter 2, Starter 3, right? I mean, who's to say it won't take us several months to hit Starter 5 if we even hit it? Now that we are coming up to the dead space of the 2K cycle every year and everything, and by the time like July, August rolls around, it's like, will we even be playing 2K anymore? Because they're just going to be focused on, all right, new release and everything, 2K26 is getting this. And just like 2K25, I will be doing streams reacting to trailers, courtside reports, news, tweets, wish list, like I said earlier. So I'll be doing 2K26 stuff, especially in the month of July and August. So it's one of those things where it's like, will we hit Starter 5? I don't know. I would like to. I would like to hit Starter 5 to say I have one more, hey, I hit X rank on the YouTube timeline, YouTube playlist and everything, and that'll be nice. And also it would be nice being like, hey, I nearly was a veteran in 2K this year. That's kind of nice. All right, that's kind of nice that I was nearly a veteran when I only was able to play a couple months or a couple days in the week, and I was nearly a veteran. So that's kind of nice. So if I hit Starter 5 and everything, that'll be nice. But I honestly think very similar to Starter 4 and everything. A little bit less because it was a guarantee we're going to hit Starter 4. It was just a matter of time of how long it will take. But Starter 5 quite literally will be dependent on the final 2 seasons with the red boost. Quite literally, that will be the factor, right? Because we're currently in Season 6 and it goes to Season 8. If Elite wins the final 2 red boost seasons, which, by the way, they've only won 2 this entire 2K cycle, and one of them was the most recent season they got a Starter 4, right? So I doubt it. But let's just say Elite does hit the final 2 red boosts and everything, then yeah, I would say we have a solid chance that we would hit Starter 5. But that is the only way to me we will hit starter 5 is the boost and everything. Like, that's the only way. If we don't get the boost, we will not hit starter 5. We will close off at starter 4. Right. That's not like a, guess or anything. Like, no, like, I'm being legitimate. Like, I do not see a world where I play the other 80% of the starter 5 grind the last few months of 2K legitimately. Especially how long it takes. I don't see a world where that's possible. Especially for someone like me who's able to play 2K a couple times a week. Right? Hold on one second. It is hot. Hold on. I'm like, it is hot as heck in my room. Man. Reminds me of the late night Doki PC streams where we're doing the mods and everything. It reminds me of those late night Doki mod streams where we literally had to have like water and a fan blowing because I was just sweating nonstop because it was so hot. Also uncomfortable as well, but mainly just it was so hot. Come on, get off the rim. Don't get technical. Okay. W. So that was amazing that I waited for a second because he was currently in the air ready for the block and everything. So that was honestly a great bailout by 2K for allowing my guy to spin, because that spin was the second I needed as a delay to go up with a shot and not get blocked. So thank you for 2K for throwing me a bone. All right, but I guess getting back to 2K topic, because I was being silent for the last few minutes. I'm like, what do I talk about? But I guess getting back to the 2K point and everything of how, you know, release dates and everything, I guess the age-old question I'm going to bring up again, everything is, at some point, all things come to an end. And what I mean by that is, how much longer do I plan on playing 2K and everything? Because at some point, I'm going to have to hang it up. I'm going to have to retire, right? And I realize that all things must come to an end. And I realize at some point I will have to retire and realize, okay, enough is enough. And when is that day? I don't know, right? I don't know when that day is. Because I can't, because it's not like, oh, I'm waiting for like 2K to release a bad game and that's like the final straw and that's what caused me to retire and leave 2K and everything. Because if that was the case, all I needed was a bad 2K for me to be like, okay, you know what? No, I'm done with 2K, this is it for me. Then 2K18 would have been that game for me, right? 2K18 would have been the game where it's like, okay, I think I'm done with 2K games. Or it would have been 2K20. Or 2K22, or 2K23, or 2K24, or 2K25, right? Like, you see what I mean? Right? If all we were waiting on was a bad 2K product for that to be the final start for me to retire and everything, then I would have retired ever since 2K18. But I haven't, very clearly. So at one point, we will have to retire because all things must come to an end at one point. And I've been doing this 2K stuff for a long time, right? But it's also not easy. It's not easy to say goodbye. It's not easy to retire and everything when you know you're giving something up and everything. It's not easy because I'm quite literally, like, you don't understand. Like, when I say retiring from 2K and everything, like, that fucking means something. It means I'm literally giving up part of my life and everything. Now, that may sound like dramatic, but like, no, it's true. Like, me retiring and giving up on 2K and everything is I'm quite literally giving up on a part of my life, right? Like, I've been buying 2K games every year since 2K11, right? And we're now going to 2K26. So that alone is 15 years of my life that I've spent with 2K. 15 years of my life. I've been with 2K since I was like 10 years old. And now I'm about to be 26 in like 2 weeks. I'm about to be 26. So quite literally, a big portion of my life hasn't spent around 2K and everything. And it's not just like the time commitment as well of why it's so hard to give up on 2K and everything is 2K is quite literally the reason of one of the reasons what made me learn about basketball in the NBA and everything was because of 2K, right? Like, how I know as much stuff as to do about basketball in the NBA and everything, 2K is a big part of it, right? 2K is a big part of a lot of stuff of how I know how the NBA and, you know, NBA history and everything is because of 2K, right? So giving up on all of that for the last 2 decades pretty much, that's why it's not easy. I'm not just saying goodbye to a game where it's like, okay, I don't really have much attachment. Like, okay, I'm now, you know, not buying this game and everything. You know, I'm not buying, I'm not associating with it. You know, I'm done and everything. Like, it's not easy. Because not just a game and everything, not just a game franchise. It literally is part of my life. Right? Like, this is something I've spent the last 15 plus years of my life in. I can't give up on it that easily. Right? I just can't. That's just the truth. Yeah, absolute domination. 16 points, and the Nets' closest person is 3 teammates with 5. I have more points than anyone on either team. Crazy. And this build's not even meant to score either. I would say we have been redeemed. I would say it's definitely a way, not to jinx it, but this definitely is a way better performance than last game. I feel like we have redeemed ourselves. Come on. How does that volleyball tap rebound? Okay. Not the volleyball tap. Right? Not the volleyball tap rebound. Especially over me when I have a 9-9 rebound and everything. So yeah. We know the time's coming. We know the time is coming when it comes to retire from 2K. Right? We know it will happen. We've had numerous conversations about it. The thought is roll through our head where it's like, at some point it's time. At some point we will retire. At some point it's like, okay, yeah, enough is enough. We're done for 2K. Right, it's now it for me. Right. I personally had the conversations about it, flowing through my head and everything. I've talked about it with the group as well. Like, we've all had the thoughts and everything where it's like, at some point, yeah, we will have to retire from 2K and everything. Right. The time is coming soon. Just don't know when. Right. It's happening in one of these next few years. It's going to happen in one of these next few years. The question is, what year is it? Right. What year is the final year for me? And to me, that's the question I'm trying to answer. Is what year is the final year where it's like, okay, this is the final year for me. No matter what happens, that's it. I'm done. Right, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with 2K. Whatever they do, whatever they make and everything, I'm not buying, not interested or anything. It's completely irrelevant to me. I'm completely burying that side of my life and everything for good. And it's now dead to me. Have a ceremony and everything, then it's like, okay, that's it. We're done. Here's the thing, please be me. Ah, who has a higher free throw than me? How dare you? All right. So yeah, we know it's coming. We know our time's coming. One of these next few years, we're done with 2K and everything. It just questions of what year is it? What year are we finally hitting up being like, yep, it's now time. So it's in the back of my mind where I'm like, okay, one of these next few years, one of these next few 2K releases, this is it for me. This is my final one. This is it for me. I'm done. I'm retiring. I'm burying that side of my life. We're done. We're good. Fully retired. And when it happens, it's just like, yep, it's time. We're ready for it. All things must come to an end. Nothing lasts forever. All that stuff. All those common sayings. Where, yeah, nothing lasts forever. Not even 2K. But whatever year is the last, we'll definitely try to have as much fun as possible and try to enjoy as much as possible in our final hoorah, final year. Right, 100%. We'll try to enjoy the final year as much as possible, being like, all right, that's now it. It's now time. Goodbye, 2K, for good. He didn't get it. He didn't get it off. I don't think he did. I refuse to believe. I don't think he did. I refuse to believe he got it off in time. I don't think so. I don't think he did. I want to say my basket tied at 48. Right? I want to say we tied at 48. He did not get it off. We need an instant replay on that. I don't think he got it off. No reason why Stan would just go up the shot. Cool. Not on me. I was ready. That should have been my board. It was literally in my hands. I don't know about that one. I feel like that was my board. I don't know about that one. Once again, I feel like we need instant replay on that one because it felt like it was in my hands. But okay. Win or lose, saying GG. Giving them props. Man, I was ready for the block. Why'd you have to foul? Come on, I was there for the help. You know this. You know me. I play in the interior. You don't need to jump for the foul because I was there for the block. You just gave them free points. Oh God. That was weird. That was an easy fast break opportunity, but they stood still and allowed us to get back on defense? Okay. All right then. That was weird. Thanks, I guess. They just ruined themselves. They just screwed themselves over. Look at that clutch shot take the lead with a minute to go. That could have been the game winner right there. And look at me, just cool and collected. And making the defensive stop to maybe win the game. A high bucket. All right, that should be it. That should be the dagger. If we are smart. But then again, this is the 2K community we are talking about here. So, smart and 2K community, not really the same sentence. You really use in the same sentence that often. But that should be the dagger. We should be winning. Also, foul me. Foul me all you want. Because I have a maxed out free throw for a reason. So yeah, foul me all you want. All right, that should be it. And the other team is quitting because they realize they have lost. Yep, that's it. That's the dagger. Dagger. Oh. All right, that's it. Half court. Oh, hard clank. Maybe I should have waited the extra second and then shot it. Maybe that's what I should have done, but I mean, the game's over. I was trying to shoot it as the buzzer sounded, but hey, it's all good. Right? That was my goal, is just shoot the shot until maybe the buzzer sound, but fortunately that's not what happened. Man. Hugh Dog liked me, so I'm going to let them back. %30 W. And I feel like that's it for the random rec. Not only stream, but the double rep reward. Good game. See, there you go. Look at that. See, you preach positivity, positivity comes back at you. And yeah, we have 19 minutes. So yeah, pretty much that's it. We will not be able, because I'm pretty sure, isn't 2K set up where it's like, you have to finish the game in order to get the double rep reward? Isn't that how it's set up? I think so. 13%. And right now, 50.1 to 50.8. So right now, it's not looking good as far as like a rep boost for us to continue going to starter 5. Yeah, it's not looking good for us. So maybe we do end this year off on starter 4. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think at the end of the day, we're going to keep playing 2K and everything. We're going to see, you know what, how far can we take this? Go into 2K26 and see what happens from there. I'm also curious, not only like rep-wise and everything, I'm also curious how many streams in total of 2K25 we do, right? I'm very curious on it. Because, for comparison, 2K24, we had 44 videos the entire year. 44 streams of 2K24. This year, if you include the stream we just did right now, we're now at 105. 44 streams of 2K24 the entire year. You include this stream, 105 of 2K25. Ryan Metz and Ellie.